Hello everyone, my name is VonBraun-Bond and thank you so much for joining me on my presentation today. Here we have some serious issues I would like to talk about. Dwindling depths, the shrinking Lake Mead, and sustainable solutions for its survival. I want to talk about a vital issue affecting millions of Americans, the ongoing depletion of Lake Mead. As the largest reservoir in the United States, Lake Mead provides water and power to over 5.6 million people across multiple states. Today, however, it is only at 27% of its original capacity. This drastic decline is largely the result of climate change and human activities like urban expansion. So, why is this topic so important? Because the future of water security and energy production in the entire region is at stake. My research focuses on identifying the cause of this depletion and proposing sustainable solutions to mitigate further losses. Let's begin by considering the key question here. How has human activity contributed to this crisis, and what can we even do about it? To get a clear understanding of the situation, I used a combination of satellite imagery, historical water level data, and climate models. One of the key sources was NASA's Landsat program, which provided satellite imagery that allowed me to track water levels over time with the data I collected. I also used data from NOAA's Climate Prediction Center to understand the relationship between rising temperatures and evaporation rates. Additionally, USGS vegetation cover maps helped assess the loss of surrounding ecosystems. Together, these sources gave me a comprehensive view of the many factors affecting Lake Mead. The results are, in a word, alarming. Lake Mead is currently at only 27% of its full capacity, a decline driven by reduced precipitation, increasing urban populations, and mismanagement of water resources. Urban expansion around the lake, in particular, is a major contributor. As we pave over natural landscapes, we disrupt the natural water cycle, which means even less precipitation to fill the reservoirs we depend on. What's more, the loss of vegetation has decreased the transpiration, which means less moisture is returning to the atmosphere, further reducing the rainfall and increasing the evaporation around the lake. If these trends continue, we face a dire future with dwindling water supplies, as well as increasingly dwindling power production from Hoover Dam, which millions depend on in their daily lives. One of the biggest contributors to Lake Mead's decline is actually urban sprawl. Over 5.6 million people depend on this water source and the power source from Hoover Dam. Yet, unchecked urban development continues to strain the lake's resources. This compound with mismanagement creates a very serious situation. The Colorado River, which feeds into Lake Mead, is drying up due to over-allocation and unsustainable water usage practices. These issues underscore the urgent need for better stewardship. We must adopt policies that prioritize sustainability over short-term gains. This is not just about water, it's about energy, agriculture, and ultimately, this entire region's survival. Climate change is the driving force behind Lake Mead's decline. Rising temperatures, as documented by the IPCC and other climate research, have accelerated the evaporation process. According to recent projections, without immediate action, Lake Mead will lose even more of its water. This could lead to widespread water shortages as well as power outages, displacing millions of people and crippling the region's agricultural and energy sectors. But it's not too late to act. By taking steps to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and adopting sustainable water management practices, we can still reverse some of the damage. Looking ahead, there are several promising strategies that could help slow down Lake Mead's evaporation, as we see here on this slide. The intense amount of water loss in just 25 years from 1999 to 2024, and the rapid decline of healthy vegetation around the area. One idea is to restore the vegetation around the lake, reintroducing green spaces that could cool the surrounding area and create what is known as the oasis effect. Studies show that increasing green spaces in urban areas can lower local temperatures and reduce evaporation of water bodies. In addition, this is very crucial to explore alternative sources of energy to reduce our dependence on Lake Mead for hydroelectric power. While these solutions won't be easy to implement by any means, they are essential if we want to ensure a stable future for the millions of lives who rely and depend on this vital resource right here in the United States of America. In conclusion, Lake Mead's decline represents a crisis that we cannot ignore. We've seen how human activity, mismanagement, and climate change have contributed to the reservoir's depletion. And we know that without swift, decisive action, the situation will worsen. However, there are solutions. By addressing urban expansion, restoring vegetation, and rethinking our water and energy management practices, we can help mitigate even further losses. This is a problem that affects all of us in America. The production of 5.6 million refugees localized right here in the United States would cause untold economic damage as a result of a lack of stewardship and poor resource management. Thank you all for your time. I am happy to take any questions you may have, and please do not hesitate to post a question and let me know your thoughts on this strategy and this serious situation that we face together as Americans. Thank you so much for your time. For further reading, consider these sources. As they were invaluable to me, you may find them invaluable to you to read about and educate yourself further on this dire issue. Keep in mind, there are many more resources out there to find, and this is an ever-expanding issue. Thank you so much for your time.